Sports Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports broadcasting live today, January 11th, 2025. We are going to do a special live stream today dealing with the national championship. This live stream is called The Road to the National Championship College Football 2024 season. So, again, welcome to Sports Media. It's your guy Sports with today's live stream. I am broadcasting live. The live stream today is called The Road to the National Championship College Football 2024 season. Lots of things to look at before we break down the national championship game set to take place January 20th of 2025. National championship game will be Notre Dame versus Ohio State. The game will be played at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, and presented by AT&T. Let's start from the beginning of the season and go from there. Week 1, college football had 2 weeks worth of games, which went from August 24th, 2024 to September 2nd, 2024. Week 2 games were in the time period September 3rd through 8th. Week 3 games were in the September 9th through 15th time frame. Week 4, September 16th through 22nd. Excuse me. Week 5, September 23rd through 29th. Week 6, September 30th through October 6th. Week 7, October 7th through 13th. Week 8, October 14th through 20th. Week 9, October 21st through 27th. Week 10 games were October 28th through November 3rd. Week 11 was November 4th through 10th. Week 12, November 11th through 17th. Week 13, November 18th through 25th. Week 14, November 25th through December 1st. Week 15, December 2nd through 8th, which was also the conference championships where appropriate. Week 16, there was only one game, which we won't get really much into, but that it was Army versus Navy. That was on December 14th of 2024. Can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land? Anybody, can y'all hear me out there in YouTube land? College football games, non-playoff games, which took place December 14th, 2024 to January 4th of 2025. First round playoffs were December 20th through 21st of 2024. The second round or quarterfinals were December 31st, 2024 through January 2nd of 2025. The semifinals took place January 9th and 10th of 2025. The quarterfinal and semifinal matchups were associated with bowl games. The national championship game again will be January 20th, 2025. National championship game will be Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Let's break down the games that each had in their 2024 season leading up to the national championship game. Note, each college football season for regular season is 12 games over 14 weeks. Here's how Notre Dame did in the regular season. They had 11 wins and 1 loss. Their wins included winning over Texas A&M 23-13, Purdue 66-7, Miami and Ohio 28-3, Louisville 31-24, Stanford 49-7, Georgia Tech 31-13, Navy 51-14, Virginia 35-14, Army 49-14, USC 49-35, Florida State 52-3. Their only loss came from Northern Illinois. They lost that game 16-14. In the playoffs, as we'll go over, you win and you continue your season. Lose, your season's done. In the first round, Notre Dame defeated Indiana 27-17. In the quarterfinals, which was the All-State Sugar Bowl, defeated Georgia 23-10. In the semifinals, which was the Capital One Orange Bowl, defeated Penn State 27-24. All right. So now, let's look at the rankings situation. Rankings do matter on the road to the national championship, as you will see. The Associated Press poll used to be the sole determining factor for the national championship. Now, there's a poll called College Football Playoff Poll. In order to have the chance to play for a national championship, one must make the final poll of the top 12 teams at the end of the season. Depending on how you were seeded, had implications that can be perceived as good or bad. The top 4 teams got first-round byes. Seeds 5 through 12 played first round. The higher seed played lower seed at home. The winners of these first round games would play seeds 1 through 4 in the quarterfinals. The bracket continued to be played out, going to semifinals and finals. For all intents and purposes, neither team playing for the national championship in football this go around were not seeded in the top 4, which means no first round bye. They had to play all rounds of the playoffs. The AP poll was used for 16 weeks. The college football playoff poll goes from week 10 to 15, with week 15 being what determines who will be in playoffs. Let's look at how Notre Dame did in both of those polls. For the Associated Press poll for Notre Dame, week 1, number 7, week 2, number 5, week 3, number 18, week 4, number 17, week 5, number 16, week 6, number 14, week 7, number 11, week 8, number 12, week 9, number 12, week 10, number 8, week 11, number 10, week 12, number 8, week 13, number 6, week 14, number 5, week 15, number 4, week 16, number 3. So the college football playoff poll started in week 10, and we will look at the college football playoff poll, and of course, I'll explain things as I go. For the college football poll, week 10, Notre Dame was number 10. In week 11, number 8. Week 12, number 6. Week 13, number 5. Week 14, number 4. Week 15, number 5. Note, due to placement of teams for ranking in the playoffs and special rules in place due to Notre Dame being independent, not aligned with particular conference, the final seeding had them as number 7 for the college football playoffs. Also, due to them being independent, no conference championship game. The win-loss record counts for ranking despite non-conference championship game. For Notre Dame, this national championship opportunity will be the first time Notre Dame has been playing for a national championship since 2013. Notre Dame, in their history, has won 11 national championships officially. The last time Notre Dame won a national championship opportunity was 1988. They do have 2 other unofficial national championships, bringing the number official or unofficial to 13. In the quest for the national championship, let's look at who Notre Dame is going to be playing on January 20th of 2025. From the looks of things, Notre Dame will be playing Ohio State. Since Ohio State is there with Notre Dame, let's look at the road to the national championship for Ohio State. We will look at how they did playing their opponents, then look at where they ranked each week that they played within the Associated Press, Top 25, and the College Football Playoff poll for each week. Ohio State in the regular season finished the season with 10 wins and 2 losses. Their wins include Akron 52-6, Western Michigan 56-0, Marshall 49-14, Michigan State 38-7, Iowa 35-7, Nebraska 21-17, Penn State 20-13, Purdue 45-0, Northwestern 31-7, Indiana 38-15, and their 2 losses was to Oregon 32-31 and Michigan 13-10. Ohio State did not make it to conference championship. In the playoffs, they did not get first round bye and had to play every round as the number 8 team. Here's how Ohio State did in the playoffs. First round versus Tennessee, defeated them 42-17. In quarterfinals, defeated Oregon 41-21. In semifinals, defeated Texas 28-14. Here's how Ohio State was ranked each week of the 16 weeks of the Associated Press poll. In week 1, number 2, week 2, number 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, number 3 each week. Week 7 was number 2, week 8, number 4, week 9, number 4, week 10, number 4, week 11, number 3, week 12, number 2, week 13, number 2, week 14, number 2, week 15, number 7, week 16, number 6. So the college football playoff rankings came out, and it included what they did during those weeks, and it's from weeks 10 through 15. So let's go with that. The official college football rankings starting in week 10 were number 2, week 11, number 2, week 12, number 2, week 13, number 2, week 14, number 6, week 15, number 6. Note, due to the rules regarding playoff seeding, they were ranked 6th in the poll, but was seeded as the number 8 team in the playoffs. Again, there are rules regarding how teams are seeded, and it's not necessarily based on how you're ranked. But that's another Geraldo story. National championship game, Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Both have talented players for their teams. Let's look at some season stats for both teams. We'll start with Ohio State. For the passing game, Will Howard at quarterback has 268 completions out of 369 attempts for 3,490 yards or 72.6% completion rate. He has thrown 32 touchdowns, had 9 interceptions, and has been sacked 10 times. In terms of rushing, 2 people on Ohio State's team are being looked at. Travion Henderson has 126 carries for 925 yards and 10 touchdowns. Quinshawn Judkins, 174 carries for 924 yards, also 10 touchdowns. In receiving for Ohio State, Jeremiah Smith, 70 receptions, 1,224 yards, and 14 touchdowns. In the area of kicking, Jaden Fielding has 65 extra point attempts, 65 of them made for 100%. In regular field goals, he's attempted 15 attempts and made 11 of them, or 73.3%. Cody Simon on defense has recorded 97 total tackles in whole or in part. Also on defense, Denzel Burke has picked off or intercepted a pass 2 times. Let's look at some team statistics for Ohio State. They average 38.1 points per game. They have 292 first downs. Their third down efficiency is 69 for 164, or 42.07%. Their fourth down efficiency is 19 for 27, or 70.37%. With 72 total touchdowns. For penalties, they have 57 penalties for a loss of 520 yards. For Notre Dame, here are some stats on the individual and team levels. In passing, Riley Leonard leads the way with 372 attempts, 247 completions for 2,606 yards, or 66.4% completion rate. He has 19 touchdowns, thrown 8 interceptions, and has been sacked 18 times. For rushing, the honor goes to Jeremiah Young with 159 carries, 1,121 yards, and 17 touchdowns. In the receiving area, the leader is Jaden Greathouse, 36 receptions, 464 yards, 2 touchdowns. On the defensive side of things, Jack Kaiser, in whole or in part, has 85 tackles. Xavier Watts has intercepted the ball from opponents 6 times this season. Some team stats, or at least some of them for Notre Dame, they average 38.5 points per game, 305 total first downs. Their third down efficiency is 71 for 173, or 41.04%. Their fourth down efficiency is 19 for 26, or 73.08%. They have 90 penalties for a loss of 789 yards. Now for the fun part, let's dig a little deeper for this game. In this game, the pros favor Ohio State to defeat Notre Dame by 9.5 or 10 points. The over-under is 45.5 or 46. Notre Dame in their last game versus Penn State did okay on offense, but seemed to struggle late in the game. This applies to both the run and the pass game. Defense was below average due to not protecting the red zone and for allowing opponents to barely lose. I believe the struggles Notre Dame had is real and will continue in this national championship game. Alrighty, let's continue. Ohio State in their game versus Texas had average offense in both the passing game and run game. Texas did not seem to be a formidable opponent versus Ohio State. Defense was average and did a decent job protecting the red zone, the perimeter, and the line of scrimmage. They didn't allow too many points to be scored. In this game, I believe Ohio State is overrated. Ohio State has struggled some late in the season. Notre Dame might have issues on the short pass, but does decent everywhere else. I think Notre Dame looks better on paper in this game than Ohio State. For these reasons, I will completely disagree with the pros on this game. My prediction, Notre Dame as an underdog will defeat Ohio State and win the national championship by 3 points. I will go over the 46. So that is my complete breakdown of the road to the national championship. What are your thoughts, your comments, anybody? Well, thank you for tuning in for this live stream regarding the road to the national championship for college football. I will have a special video for the national championship game. We'll go over the stats, and that'll just be a regular video, and that'll be on January 20th when that happens to be. Just to let you know, we will also be continuing our college basketball live stream, where I go over the Associated Press poll for both the men and the women in the top 25. We look at the matchups on who they have for the games that will be played on Saturday. And then from there, we will make our picks as a group on who we think is going to win. And it doesn't matter on that one if you know anything about the team or not. Just we're going to do voting, and we're going to base our live stream based off of how we do voting. And we're just going to pick the teams for college basketball and do it that way. Anyway, that college basketball live stream will be Tuesday. We will do that. I'm not sure what time that will be, but it will be sometime on Tuesday when we do that. So I hope that you'll join me for that live stream regarding the college basketball picks. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to hear this live stream. I am broadcasting live. I am Sports Love Media. And I thank you very much for tuning in. If you wish to subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. You can go to www.youtube.com/@sportslov, or you can go to the YouTube search tab and type in BOBAMIN. You do that, you'll know it's me because I have Sports Love Media burned into a basketball as an avatar on the page. Also, I'm on Twitter, and I do different things on Twitter from time to time. So I'm on Twitter with the handle at BOBAMIN16. That's at BobAmin16. That's my handle. Anyway, thank you again for taking the time to hear this broadcast regarding the road to the national championship. If you will, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I'm doing these live streams, including the road to the national championship, when I have sports action videos, when I have sports education videos, when I broadcast live, or when I have breaking news in the sports world. Thank you all. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you again.